What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, episode number 53 with me, GamerKnoobPlays. Let's continue exploring, shall we? Who knows what we might find in here. Cooking almanac. Nice. Anybody? Grebor.
How can I help you?
Who are you?
Don't you remember our last meeting?
I do.
The name is Grebor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services?
You tried to kill that huge demon at the Battle of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
Well, I'll hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
How about a small discount?
Let's think this through. Are there lots of assassins in this town who have the valuable experience of subduing dragons and are willing to work for you? Will I lose any profit by protracted haggling? Will you? Is there any chance that someone less competent than I am will be able to locate your target as efficiently as I would? No, I don't think so. There is absolutely no reason for me to give you any discounts. 2,500 gold is an honest price for the head of a fire breather.
Alright.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest. The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Okay, Grebor. You angry man. Can I steal anything from him? Like this belt of giant strength +4, I already have it. And breastplate +1. Pretty awesome dual wield you got going on there, bud. Alright, what you got? Slayer, nice. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's see. I don't know. Survivalist? Slippery mind. Painful strike. Opportunist. Mystery seek. Jump up. Iron guts. Hunter surprise. Spelling it. Can't observe. Hunter surprise. Let's go. Seems good. I don't know how much we'll use him outside of the one we have to, so maybe he's really good. I want Woljip back, so. How's everybody doing? Don't mind me just snagging some resources for the requisitions of the army. Thank you.
Let us be off.
Oh, what's this one there? Beautiful. Anything else in here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, let's head out. I think we're done with the bottom area of exploring of Dresden. Time to head up to the next spot. I guess it's actually the middle. This is the bottom. This is the middle. So I guess we're headed up to here. Seems good to me. I like to follow them as they go, you know, just so I can track if anything pops up as we do it. You never know. Oh, is anybody over here like checking this out now? They're all like, "Oh, this is cool." I think some people have moved in over here. No, this is like this already. All right, take me on my way. You're so cute. I love you. I'm so glad I have you.
Follow me.
I wonder if she gets bigger. I doubt it. I doubt they give you a bigger dragon. Maybe, but I doubt it. Aaron, how you doing? You know what? There's a certain cynical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First something happens that leaves me positively intrigued, then I descend into the depths of fear and anger. Then I start to think it's not too bad, then curiosity comes back, and then something even more dreadful occurs. Demons attacking my home and the city around it. Wasn't pleasant enough already, but I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right in the middle of the crusade. I just started to see some positives in my current situation. The gargoyles kidnapped me. Slaughter in Dresden following my triumphant rescue effectively put out every spark of optimism that I had managed to gather. Now the city is in our hands again, and it's getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. This brings on a very reasonable question in my mind. Was it next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? Was this a overly verbose and oblique attempt to thank me and impart just how much you enjoyed Dresden? Do you really think someone like me is capable of experiencing such virtuous feelings as gratitude and affection? Well, certainly not. Your intuition betrays you. I was just mocking you. There were definitely some sharp insults hidden under all those florid turns of phrase, such as the way of aristocrats and politicians. And yes, I do like it in Dresden, much to my own surprise. Go. Nice to hear, buddy. Nice to hear. That means we definitely have not talked to Camellia. Hey, Camellia. Greetings. Bye, Camellia. Anything back here? No, it would appear not. Alright, what can I go into? Just this house? Just this house it is. And I think we're about done exploring Dresden. Prodigal Sons.
Onwards.
A secondary thing. So much loot. Alright. Well, I think it might be done in Dresden. As crazy as it is to think. Might actually be done. So let's head this way. And while we do that, I'm going to open my journal. Alright, so we've done that. The Outcast. We're still waiting for Kalessa. We've done that. We're still waiting to go to the Heart of Mystery. Oh, we got this. Dragon's Fate. Oh, we got a last chapter to complete this, so we gotta find something else that wants to belong to Turn to Live. Know thy enemy. Last chapter. Any army could be crucial. It's not possible that the demons have left. No, any lead could be crucial. Attack out of nowhere. Explore the Molten Scar. Find the missing Crusaders. Dragon Hunt. Not the last chapter to do this, actually. Battered Spirit. Issue an order that will let Erebeth have some more time among common soldiers. The commander succeeded in raising Erebeth's morale, but her faith in her own abilities is not returned. However, if the commander's words have failed, the course of soldiers should succeed. Erebeth has distanced herself from the rank and file when she became the right hand of the Crusade commander. To remedy this, she could temporarily be assigned to lead a small squad. Okay, yeah, I like that idea. Above the Clouds. Mythic Quest. Your dragon companion complains that you and good friends will be waiting for you. More than nothing. Nameless Ruins. Crescents of the Abyss. Woljip fled, but even if perhaps the commander will see Woljip before it's okay. Maybe, hopefully, that'd be nice. Middle game. Build the stables, form the staff council, or like, okay. We're doing all that. restore these things and get Elven script. Okay. Maybe we need to go talk to Irabeth first, then. Maybe I can, like, issue that command up here. Look at our new banner. That actually looks really cool. Actually looks really cool. Alright, let's head inside. And we can fast travel through here, so that's always good. What the heck? Sealkit. My name's Captain Sealkit. I command a vanguard of mercenary groups for the Blackstone Company. We've come from Andorran to assist you. Want to know more about your unit? Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andorran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Which is why we held the vote among our unit. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade. Though some of our commanders did not voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorrans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and cannot be bought, only convinced. Why'd you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of the Andorran, so the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true to our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of the demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Erosion, where the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. I don't know more about you, Captain. But you know what to say. I'm a soldier, a bit of an explorer, and just a well-around honest man. Get on with your duties. Yes, sir. Glad to be under your command. It will be an honor to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'll be happy to lend an ear. Thanks for showing up. Are these the traveling people? Yay! Good day to you, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the Next Door Theater. If we are still working on our piece about your heroism, we even have taken a few new crew members. We have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to commandership. We have faced another dilemma. We simply cannot decide on the climactic moment for the act when it is all about the Battle of Dresden. Here's your list. Here, listen to your options. Option 1, the commander. So that's you. Launches himself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Option 2, the commander. So that's you again. Masquerades as a succubus and creeps into Dresden in disguise and then opens the gate for the commander. Option number 3, the commander. So that's you again. Rides to the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it a battering ram, and breaks down the city gates. Well, what say you? I like the version where I launch myself out of a catapult. Wonderful, wonderful. It's high time we injected some thrills into our show. Grandma Gretlin and her entourage slowly move away, but their voices project that she began the rest of the conversation. The catapult was my favorite from the very start. I hope it's not considered too lowbrow, a device for a serious dramatic offering. Did you forget that the role of the commander is being played by the Cyclops? How are we going to launch Lambkin out of a catapult? Where are we going to find a catapult that just won't break under his weight? Calm yourself, Tim. It's a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something. You'll see. I just want to see him get launched out of a catapult. What the heck? Lady Kenomi. A trembling Kitsune gives you a quick, business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I'm Lady Kenomi, the official attaché of Nerosian. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Galfrey's seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Kenomi asked me to join this council, but I'll do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm sure a foreign ambassador would be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Kenomi, are you sure you haven't mistaken me for some other Crusader land, have you? I like many nobles have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down from Arenday's line. I must say that prior to this day I employed my diplomatic skills slowly to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It's time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals would be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows, I might even enjoy it. What's the diplomatic council and why do I need it? Solve matters of politics, of course. Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Aveston, funded by the treasuries of more than a dozen major powers. And each of one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over demons, also pursues its own goals. The Diplomatic Council will manage this tangle of political interests and prevent the Crusade from losing the favor of influential benefactors. And while we're at it, ensure that Nerosian remains satisfied with the state of the affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusades in some shape or form. This is why the capital has sent me here, to observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. I see, you've been sent to keep an eye on me. Don't give you that idea, Commander. I'm not always here. I'm a loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things. Just consult with you in cases where the price of error is too high. Put your trust in me and we'll get along swimmingly. After all, none of us here want to see Chiliax or Druma at each other's throats, trying to settle their dispute by using their influences on us for political leverage. Am I wrong? And I doubt you would like it if our enemies in the ranks of Nerosian nobility would attempt to undermine your war effort. This won't happen as long as you trust my experience. Tell me more about the Royal Council. What is it? The Royal Council, operating under Her Majesty, is the highest governing body in Mendev and comprises of her most able and trusted servants. It is responsible for day-to-day matters of the state. They are the hands and voice of the Queen. The council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earn their positions through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are more humble mean. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jasper of the Crusader Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serves the Mendev's cause. I have a question about the composition of this council. Do you find someone's presence surprising? Soso has never had to deal with diplomatic concerns before. Won't be a problem. My homeland, Tianzia, inviting clerics and paladins of Shellen, the Lady of Chrysanthemums, to take part in diplomatic missions is a common practice. They may not be politicians, but they are perceptive, advocate peace, and favor balanced solutions. I'm flattered by the respect that the worshippers of my goddess receive in Lady Konomi's homeland. I won't let you down, Gregor, and I'll make every effort to prevent our friends from becoming our enemies. Why did you want Daeron to take part in the council? Well, because the Count Arende's influence, naturally. As a Mendevian aristocrat, the nobility will be inclined to listen to his opinion. By ensuring that the support of the nobles will find ourselves powerful allies. Oh, believe me, Lady Konomi, I will exert all my effort and influence to make this council's job exciting. Why did you choose land to join the council? The diplomats call this a little trick. Mysterious Garudi Prince. During negotiations, always will have on your side a representative of some obscure but potentially populous and powerful nation. Without knowing what they're up against and how many mongrel there are, diplomatic partners will have to contend with this dark horse. So Mr. Land will be our mongrel prince. If we're negotiating with the foreign ambassadors and I make this sign, cross the fingers and gesture, you immediately start talking about how offensive their proposition is to the mongrel people. Do we have a deal, Mr. Land? I suspected the word diplomat was synonymous with fraud, but I thought you would be deceiving me, not deceiving others with my help. No, that's not an option. I can represent the mongrels in negotiations, but I'm not going to lie through my teeth. You met yourself, Lady Konomi. Who are you? It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? come from Tianzia, and I'm from a noble kitsune. Like any kitsune, I've always been curious to a fault, and my adventures brought me into the Avestan. And here in your lands, I met my first and true love, politics. I'm serving as a diplomat in the courts of 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turned out to be most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigues and interests are spun around the crusade and Worldwound. Everything is clear to me now. What's on the council's agenda today? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Norwegian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you're out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest calling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. We need to demonstrate they're keeping erosion in mind. Why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers? I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor, Gregor. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something on her own. Are they out of their minds? We got the whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone's been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. What did I do to incur an erosion's discontent? You were too good. You reclaimed Canavras and won the Battle of Dresden. You're a minister of the Worldwound. Your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidence diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. After all, if you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories, make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiations. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Whatever for. Are the wishes of the capital obvious enough? Although very well. How does inviting the High Priest to the festival help us? Without a doubt, we should remain loyal to the Queen and respect the hierarchy, but that doesn't mean we have to kowtow to the Royal Council whenever they ask. I think we should do neither. We should neither do their bidding nor seek to quarrel with them, rather we should take the middle path. The High Priest of Erosian is a powerful figure, yet he's not a schemer or a politician. By inviting him to the festival, we'll both show that we are not cutting ties with the Erosian and let them know we have influential friends and are not about to buckle under the Royal Council. Damn, what's the point of taunting the capital by throwing a parade in my honor? There's a fine line between taunting and setting boundaries and between showing respect and putting on a collar, mind you. I'm not suggesting anything treasonous or disrespectful. Parade in honor of true hero of Dresden and Canavras. What could be more natural than that? Besides, a healthy amount of disobedience guarantees that people won't pester you with lectures and nonsense as often. A dozen tutors responsible for my upbringing can attest to that. Broken the capital will be unwise. We're trying to avoid unpleasant consequences, not expedite them. I'm sure that was merely an extravagant jest on the Count's part. Land, do you think me ignoring the capital's worries is a good idea? And what are they going to do about it? We're the ones protecting them from demons, not the other way around. Having loyalties from the capital is great, but there's some more important things, like having the loyalty of our own soldiers. When the demons come, what will we do? Shake our fists and say we've got powerful friends in Erosion? While that's true, who needs to stay friends with those who supply you with provisions, recruits, and better weapons? And there's certainly no reason to fear the base jealousy and envy at the sight of your glory might get the better of their common sense, because it's never happened before. Lady Konomi, what good will parade in Her Majesty's honor do? It'll be symbolic and affordable. Show them how much you respect and value Her Majesty. Make a curtsy to those We would pay for your arrows, swords, and bread. The Guerrilla Council's power, you wouldn't want them to turn those patrons into adversaries and test their influence is greater, yours or theirs. Please them and you'll have to stop worrying about their loyalty. And you'll be able to focus on the war. So let me get this straight. Hiding behind our backs and buying their safety from the Diva invasion with bread and other people's lives is the new form of charity. Are you sure we shouldn't go to them, drop to our knees, and thank them for allowing us to die in this war? Everyone, the thing is clear now. I think I'm going to invite the priest. A moment, Commander. I understand that you're used to being in the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions are an exception. I'm a professional in this field, and you are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you're not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. You invited my companions to the diplomatic council, and now you refuse to listen to their opinions? I'm simply suggesting that you give your companions time to find their feet in the council and grasp the principles of being a diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the council, your decisions could be mistaken for the decrees of a tyrant, and that is definitely not the public images you need. I understand the role that I've been given, Lady Konomi. I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise the former. Alright, we'll play your game and invite the queen. Glad you've listened to my proposal. Making friends in the Royal Council will go a long way, but like I'm waiting until they find their feet, but you're not going to do that to me again. It's good that we got off on the right foot, Commander. There'll be plenty more issues requiring your decision soon, but I do not doubt that we'll handle them just expediently. More people? More people. Captain Oda. Commander, it's an honor to call you the first meeting of the Military Council to order. I'm Captain Oda, and I've been serving under your command ever since the assault on the Great Garrison. I'll do my best to be as much use to you as possible in this role. The foundation of the military is cold calculation and discipline. These are the principles I will seek to impart to the Crusaders. If we are to win this war, we must forget about mercy for our enemies and for our troops and for ourselves. Well, Commander, you're such a Sela is no renowned general, but she spent half her life tussling with evil. Looks like I'll be stepping up on behalf of all of Iombade's faithful here. Hope my advice will prove useful. The first issue on the military's council agenda is the reorganization of troops. Our infantry has been bled dry. The forces Her Majesty granted us were enough to take Dresden, but we need more troops to hold it. Furthermore, the army was assembled in great haste after the assault of Canopus and was never adequately equipped. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for redeployment. Our scouts report that a powerful Baylor, Koramazada, is already preparing a retaliatory strike on Dresden, but we can rely on freshly conscripted Mendevian soldiers. They may not have the skills, but our strength, as always, lies in the numbers and the fervor of our volunteers joining the Crusades. Can't throw everyone into a meat grinder, we'll just get our youths killed for nothing. We wouldn't need to select the best among the recruits, or even better, hold a contest. The bravest and most capable will join the Crusaders. The death count is always high in the infantry. Its purpose is to serve as a shield. It would be wise to invest our resources in hiring and training heavy footmen with shields to ensure maximum protection, even if it limits their mobility and makes them less threatening to the enemy. What does the Military Council do? The Military Council determines strategy for our troops, enacts army reforms, improves new equipment standards, and makes decisions on all issues regarding military action on the front lines. Who is the Baylor Karamazada? The most trusted sergeant of the Demon Lord Discari. Among the historians of the Mendevian Crusades, he's known as the strategist of the Worldwound. He's not as renowned as Monago, the conqueror of Dresden, or Hepzemera, daughter of Baphomet, but he's claimed the most major victories over the forces of Mendev. He's a general and quite possibly one of the best tacticians in the entire Abyss. I've been studying his style of warfare for years. He may seem like an ordinary demon, another typical war tasker, but that's a fallacy. Like a beast following a scent, he senses weaknesses in his enemy's defenses and strikes them, sending soldiers to bring targeted carnage. His uncanny charisma attracts more and more soldiers to him, so he's never short on troops and sacrifices them like pawns whenever he pleases in order to achieve his victories. Koramazada is the face of the demon host. For many years I've been gathering research on him and preparing for the day our armies would clash with his once more. I hope my council will help you defeat him, but so far Koramazada has known no defeats. I have a question for my advisors. Ready to answer you, Sela. Have you ever commanded an army before? Not on this scale, of course not, but I fought evil and I know its tricks. Besides, war makes people callous, and it's always useful to have a paladin advisor around to remind you of crucial moments where we're actually all fighting for it. Regil, why do you wish to sit on the military council? I have command experience, and I intend to impart to the Crusaders at least a modicum of discipline and rigidity of the Hell Knights. The quality of the Mendevian staff currently available to you leaves much to be desired. That much is certain. Who are you, Captain On? I've served at the front lines of the Mendevian army for over 25 years, and in that time I've gained a wealth of combat experience. I'm considered one of the more foremost experts on tactics and strategy in Queen Galfrey's officer corps. I've spent my whole life studying the craft of warfare, and I'm familiar with the thought of all prominent military leaders of the last 5 centuries. Furthermore, I wholeheartedly believe in the traditions of Mendev's military art, and will gladly share my knowledge with you if you have no more questions. Once you hear the opinions. Sela, do we really need only the bravest and most capable fighters for our infantry? I mean, we can't send untrained rookies to the slaughter. We have to right to command only those who are ready for battle, those who can defeat an enemy. We must find out who has the skill and the guts. Contests are perfect for that, and a little excitement for our warriors couldn't hurt either. We won't get that many winners, but their strength will come from their prowess, not their numbers. Your proposal will leave us with an infantry full of selfish risk-takers dreaming of glory and valor. That is a bad material for a soldier. The infantry's role is to be a shield for the archers and mages. All they're required to do is follow orders and hold the line until victory or death. Ambitious loners cherry-picked through the contest of skill are not fit to perform this duty. Why do you insist on shield bearers? The infantry is a meat shield intended to catch the blade of the opposing army in its flesh. The shield must be reliable, that is all that's required of it. That is why I would like to see well-armored shield bearers as our foot soldiers. We must have an option of pitting ranks of footmen against a tide of rampaging demons, knowing that with certainty that they will not scatter or die until they have completed their task. You just want to gather up some recruits from Mindev? Yes, institute a draft and try to amass as many new soldiers from Mindev and other lands as we can. We've always drawn our strength from our zeal and determination to oppose evil. If we start holding contests or selections, we'll turn into a holy crusade into a job for a chosen few and scare away future volunteers. If we try changing our tried and true tactics, we'll lose valuable time, and our army is in need of fresh blood right now. I think I'm gonna have to fill our ranks with new recruits. Get new recruits. If they live, we got a bigger army. I'll notify the quartermaster and make preparations to draft the conscripts. Thank you for your time, Commander. When the reforms are finished and the ranks of our infantries are replenished, I will assemble the military council to discuss their decisions. Oh, I'm dying here, dudes. Hail, Commander. Before you, an aged yet fit and sturdy Garundi stands at attention. His dark skin has an earthy tone to it. Just a sparkle from where his hair and eyebrows should be. Clearly identifying him as an Oread. Commander Hartmatten, at your chair of your staff council, by order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on this council too. We reckon our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Leaders will do by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experiences of Paralector, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, being an incentive or penalty, and to be decisive. We have no need for doubts or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor, but do you know what that means? That you are doomed to listen to my advice. To start things off, here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyalty, passion, and morale. All these things can be easily bought with money. Commander, permission to report. We've encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers, we're not seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with the victory, and they're not keen on staying on the garrison. Those in the Connivers wish to return home and rebuild their rooted city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up with a retaliatory expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve living conditions for the privates, raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with combinations of gifts. Soldiers don't want to lead the armies that appreciate them. I feel for those folks, but we have to convince them to stay. I think we might get some help from the servants of the gods. I'll tell the soldiers the danger's not yet past and inspire them to keep the fight against evil. As long as the wound is open, the whole world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That's kind of the attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigators, arrest them, and administer harsh punishment to make an example of them. The problem is quite simply solve the coin, but handing money out to privates practically throwing it away. We need to pay officers handsomely, so then they'll figure out how to raise their subordinates' morale. What does the staff council do? We make sure that whatever orders are given, they are executed properly. Our job is to keep soldiers' morale high, so they always follow their officers' commands without question. And as for officers themselves, we look for any unseemly or incompetent types who subvert the troops' trust. I have questions for the council. What do you bring to the council, Sela? It's pretty self-explanatory. We're not fighting for a sawmill here. We're this crusade against the abyss. When you're up against demons, you bring a paladin. It's a rule that's tried and very much true. What kind of help can I expect to get from you on this council, Regil? I have the extensive experience being in command, and as a Hell Knight, I possess a firmness that some of your other officers may be lacking. The essence of my council is not to spoil their troops, but to maintain their discipline strategically. Amidst the chaos of war, a general has to be a beacon of order and purpose for their soldiers. They will just be as grateful to receive rewards or lashes from such a general, and most importantly, they won't even think to disobey their orders. Baron, what are you doing on this council? Mostly I'm just waiting for it to end, but since I have little choice, I'll give you some advice on how to charm your subordinates. Be they people of importance or simple commoners. I'll tell you the biggest secret straight away. Free money. Gold has the most miraculous power there is. Captain Hartmatten, why did the Queen appoint you to preside over this council? I've been in the Assyrian infantry for 100 years, fighting for 3 pharaohs. Then after I joined the Crusades, I served Her Majesty Galfrey for 2 more decades. I dare to hope that I've gained decent experience over those years. I see. Let's discuss our option in further detail. What's your plan, Sela? Situation's not that dire. Morale is high, we just want a major victory. So some have let down their guard. So to call for priests and paladins to get it through to the volunteers, it's still early for celebration. If they leave for their homes today, Dresden will fall again tomorrow, and the day after, the demons will show up on their doorstep. Servants of the gods are indeed the masters of sweet-talking others and dying free of charge, all through pretty words. But when the choice comes down to inspired preachings or homemade pies, 9 of 10 of them will look for comfort in their home and their table. Their incentive needs to be more substantial than wasted breath. What do you suggest, Regil? There's no place in the army for the mindset of playing soldier today, then going home tomorrow. These dangerous ideas must be suppressed with the utmost harshness. We'll identify the most vocal rabble-rousers and exact punishment on them as an example to others. They may be volunteers, but they joined the ranks of the Crusaders. We can't abet in their rejection of their responsibilities or be heading towards complete chaos and therefore defeat. It's a great plan if you want your soldiers to run back home twice as fast. They came here out of their own volition. We must convince them to stay, not terrorize them into fighting. Here, what's your plan? Our forces are in good spirits. It's just that a euphoria of victory has gone to a few heads. No one can sober them quicker than the officers, especially those of lower rank. We'll give our dear oafs, all those sergeants and corporals, a bonus on the sly, then promise to sweeten the deal once they've convinced the volunteers to stay. Perhaps they will do so over a beer mug, or maybe with a broken nose. Why bother solving problems yourself when you can push them off to someone to pay? Your bought loyalty will run out sooner than your gold. Once soldiers turned into profiteers instead of following orders, they started praising them. Now I wonder whether or not it's worth their while to obey their general. I hardly need to explain the effect this will have on discipline. Captain, what would you advise? The volunteers believe that we've almost won. Great, let's not ruin this pretty illusion. Instead, we'll turn into our advantage. We'll increase rations and pay for the privates, rewarding the most distinguished with commendations and gifts. Who would abandon the victors when they provide you with good food and even better coin? It's naive to expect the troops won't understand that we would just be trying to appease them. An army cannot stand us being held together by handouts and desperate promises. We shouldn't lie to our soldiers. We build the flimsy illusions now. The demons will shout at them later. Those fighting alongside us must recognize the seriousness of the situation instead of celebrating victory when the war has just begun. Thank you. No, I mean, I'm agreeing with the captain here. Like, yeah, give everybody some pay, an extra ration. We just had a great victory. Let's give people a bonus for that. At once, I'll distribute the pay and rations right away. The commendation list won't take long either. We should see results shortly. Thank you, Commander. Should any other difficulties arise that require your attention, I'll deliver a new report promptly. Okay. Here, Beth. Oh, we've already done this. I have to go. Anything to manage here? I got a little break from constant reading there, which is nice. Whew. Crusade management. Yes. Okay. Yep. Form the diplomatic council. I know. Form that too. Yes, great. Also form that. Fantastic. Okay. It's already happening. Or is it already happened? Build it. Diplomacy. Need to fact the children. Okay, yeah. Other. Military. Issue decree. Gonna do this one. Alright, we've got things set up. Fantastic. Now, I think we're finally done in Dresden for at least a temporary amount of time while those things take place. We could skip days, but I kind of want to go start exploring. And I wish I knew where freaking Woljif was. I need my buddy. My buddy Woljif. I need him. Okay, let's head out. We are done here. No, of course, we didn't bring either. Oh, we should fight in here. Wow.
Adventures await.
Alright, area exit, let's go. Alright, no, go away, thank you. I don't know who I would dump for you, but when I go for the dragon, obviously you're gonna come. But for now, this is the group. For now, this is the group. Oh, stretching. Okay. Commander's Court. Here's how I found all of Dresden. Oh, nice. Armies. How y'all doing? Oh, I have multiple armies now, you say. Marksman? Spearman. Paladins? Champions. Mounted scouts. Let's see here. I want to bring all you along. Yeah. Okay. You guys are going this way. I think we're going to take champions over 26 hit points. 164 hit points. You're so weak. 8 AC. I figured you would be better. You hit hard, but you're very easily killed. And then you have less hit points than these guys. See how you do. You start coming over here. You definitely want to group back up in this. And that's my second army right there. That's nice. Rangers, 85 plus 14. Switch out for marksman there, I think. Okay. Maybe this is the group here. Maybe. And you're kind of just chilling. You're full at the moment yet. Alright. What do you got for me? Unit types. Now you need your own infrastructure to hire trainable units. To recruit infantry, build bear. Okay. Gotcha. I could search for new units if I wanted. What happens if I search? Ah, okay, I see. Cool. I think we should. We'll recruit those two. Oh, it didn't work because this army's in here. Get out, please. You too. Thank you. Recruit. I think I bring some Hell Knights in too, honestly. And I'm gonna take them there. Keep going. And we're gonna pile up our group some more. Make them bigger. Make this a big army here, okay? And we're gonna take out some mother truckers. Let's go. We start the battle and should have saved, but that's okay. Right, let's see here. What'd you summon? Flare is a good start. Work on these guys, take them out pretty quick here. Straight 30. Hold your ground. Good. They made it. The fact that I have damage for 21 to 41 is kind of crazy to me, not gonna lie. There he comes. Start working on him. I should really be blessing, honestly. Darn, no high morale trigger. Yeah, they definitely take damage, man. They definitely take big damage. Alright, start focusing on these dudes, honestly. There you go, good job. Nice little heal up there. Into those guys' life, nice. Alright. Start working your way around. You step over here, and we should be taking this guy out now. Should not be losing enough people for it to matter. I like my clerics, so I keep them around. Yeah, you do decent damage. Yeah, we're perfectly fine. See you later, kid. That battle wasn't too difficult at all. Replenish everybody up, which is always great to see. New morale banners. After capturing Dresden, the Crusaders raised the 3 morale banners to the city walls. Banner of victory stays green. You defeat demon armies. Each victory over demon army in the lands of Yath, Grey Road, Lake Lost to the Sun, and Winter Sun. At 6 days, the time of the banner stays green. The banner of conquest stays green while you capture a demon fort. Each capture of the demon fort in the lands adds 30 days. Banner of defense remains green as long as none of your forts are under siege. If you allow your forts to be sieged, the banner of defense turns yellow for 3 days. Okay. Gotcha. Evidently, the demons have taken liking to the place and have been using it as a sacrificial site for quite a long time. A dagger, presumably used for the killing of innocents, was plunged into the center of the ritual site. Well, oh no. Just another route? Interesting. Oh no, it goes down this way. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, let's see you guys. See. Why did you stop? Temple of the Good Hunt. No, we already found that before. I mean, I guess this would, like, link us up here. It did! Look at that. How do you get to here? I have no idea. Sure, approach. The traveling merchant, why not? It's Skellington! What's up, Skellington? Show me your wares, bud. Show me your wares. I mean, not bad, but nothing that I really need. Thanks, Skelly bro. It was nice talking to you, friend. Goodbye. I don't know how to get to this. Literally no idea. I guess I'm gonna head this way for now. Why not? Yes, I accept. I would like to rest. Put everybody where they should be. Manage this. That's not bad. Let's make some mulled wine. I accept. Begin resting. Skip bitty, skip, skip, skip bitty, skip, skip. Took 9 hours. Not bad. And fail, of course. Oh, dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since the ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation of the mystery of dreams has appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong one, is that dreams are but a delirium of the tired mind as it digests the day's events. Ancient humans were much smarter than when they thought dreams were messages of good patrons, or the opposite, the interventions of demonic powers. In this case, both hypotheses are correct, illogical as that may be. The commander is asleep. In his anxious dreams, he sees bloodstained stones, smoking torches, rusty chains, and bars. Once again, he is in the dungeons of Dresden, chained in a cell. Huge demons lumber around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Deep death in their fanged jaws seems imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of tortures that never begin. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander silently waits for whatever will happen next. Silence broken only by the sound of rough claws against rusty bars weighs on the mind like a boulder. The fever of endless expectation is broken by a whisper, a gentle breath of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of the demoness appear at the commander through the bars. She is similar to the other creatures of the abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me? I am Chalet. You gave me the gift of freedom, now I will set you free. The chains holding the commander's body crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step toward him, passing through the bars as easily as if they were made of paper, and hold out her hand. Fly with me. Let's fly. The succubus bursts out laughing, and the dungeon disappears. Now the demoness and the commander are flying over the moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you. The demons that have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented amongst common demons. You're also hunting them. You are trying to figure out who is sending them and where the source of the power lies. I will show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicured claw points down to the cliff top where stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone. Make it speak once more and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She will give you answers. Wake up and try to understand what happened in the dream. The images fade away. The commander opens his eyes and whispers a word. Unknown alien brought by the passing dream. Green Gates, the name of the fortress. If the demoness is to be believed, what a curious notion. There's a deranged crone hiding there who knows where the demons with the unheard of abilities are coming from. It would be intriguing to learn who this crone is, what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into another trap. But we cannot find out without visiting the place for the dream. Where is it? Way over here. Okay. Well. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Peace! Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. If you want to see more, check out this video down here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!